This is gonna blow your mind. Am I the only one that didn't know about Hercules Mulligan? Hercules Mulligan, say that name. Does it ring a bell? Maybe not for everyone, but it should. This man was a hero. He fought in the American Revolution. He even saved George Washington. Keep watching to find out how. But he was not always on the front lines. He was a spy, a secret weapon in enemy territory. His story is one you need to hear. It's packed with excitement. It's got danger, real nail-biting stuff. It's filled with incredible bravery. He risked everything he had, his business, his safety, his life. And why? For an idea. The idea of freedom, the dream of a new nation. Think about the spies you see in movies. Smooth talkers, fancy gadgets. Well, Mulligan was the real deal. He lived it. He didn't have Q bridge, he had his wits. He used his everyday job, a simple tailor measuring coats and trousers. But he turned that shop into an intelligence hub.
Hercules Mulligan wasn't born an American. He started his life far away across the vast Atlantic Ocean, in Ireland. The year was around 1740. His family wasn't wealthy or noble. They were ordinary people trying to make their way in a tough world. But young Hercules, he had a spark, something special. Like so many others, his family dreamed. They dreamed of a better life. America was the place, the land of promise. So they packed their bags, they said goodbye to Ireland, they boarded a ship. Imagine that journey. Weeks on a rough sea, heading to a new world. Hercules was just a boy, but he was on his way to New York City. New York, what a city. Even then, a whirlwind of languages, people, and trade. A place where you could build something if you worked hard, if you were smart. Hercules Mulligan was both. He learned a valuable skill. He became a tailor, not just any tailor, a craftsman. He learned to cut and stitch, to make clothes that fit just right. His journey from Ireland to America was just the beginning. It was a journey of hope, determination, and the pursuit of a dream. Hercules Mulligan's early journey set the stage for a life that would intertwine with the very fabric of American history. From the rough seas to the bustling streets of New York, his story is one of resilience and ambition. And it all began with a young boy's dream, a family's hope, and a journey across the ocean. Hercules Mulligan's early journey is a testament to the enduring spirit of those who seek a better life. And it reminds us that every great story has a humble beginning.
A tailor shop is a busy place. People come and go, they get measured, they try on clothes, and they talk, especially when they feel comfortable, with their trusted tailor. Hercules Mulligan listened. He listened carefully. He heard the whispers, the gossip, the plans. He wasn't just making suits. He was collecting secrets, one thread at a time. His shop wasn't just for business. It was a hub, a meeting spot for men who shared a dream of liberty, men like the Sons of Liberty. Mulligan was with them from early on. He believed in their cause. He felt the fire of revolution in his belly. He wanted change. He wanted America to be free. His shop was a safe haven for these early rebels, a place to plan. He stitched more than fabric. He stitched together a network. He knew people, all sorts of people, from the highest society to the common man. His customers trusted him. They liked him. He had a way with words.
The air was thick with tension. The colonies were on the brink of a monumental decision, one that would shape the future of an entire continent. You could cut it with a knife. Every conversation, every glance carried the weight of impending change. Britain and its American colonies, drifting further apart every day. The once unbreakable bond was now fraying at the edges. It was a time of hard choices. Families were divided, friendships tested, and loyalties questioned. A time to pick a side, to stand up for what you believed in, even if it meant standing alone. Were you loyal to the king, to the crown that had ruled for generations? Or did you believe in a new American nation, a land of freedom and self-governance? This wasn't a small decision, it was huge. The consequences were far-reaching and irreversible. It could cost you your friends, your business, even your life. The stakes were incredibly high. Hercules Mulligan made his choice. He chose America. He chose freedom. He chose to fight for a cause greater than himself. He joined groups like the Sons of Liberty. He became part of a movement that would change history. He wasn't afraid to speak his mind. His voice became a powerful tool in the fight for independence. He spoke out against British taxes, against unfair treatment. He was passionate. He was vocal. He rallied others to the cause. He believed in a future where Americans governed themselves. He was all in. No turning back now. His commitment was unwavering. He was a patriot through and through. His dedication to the cause was evident in every action he took. He wasn't a soldier in the usual sense. He didn't fight on the battlefield with muskets and cannons. You wouldn't see him marching in a red coat, or a blue one, not yet. His battlefield was different. It was his tailor shop, a place where he could gather information, where he could listen and learn. It was the bustling streets of New York City, a hub of activity and a melting pot of ideas. His weapon of choice? Information. He used his position to gather intelligence, to stay one step ahead, and it was this intelligence that would prove crucial in saving General Washington. How did he save him, you ask? Keep watching to hear this story. Hercules Mulligan, the tailor who became a spy, played a pivotal role in the fight for American independence. His courage and dedication were instrumental in shaping the nation we know today.
So, Hercules Mulligan became a spy, a secret agent for the American cause. He worked for General George Washington himself. Yes, the big man, he was a key player. Some say part of the Culper spy ring. Others say he worked alongside it. The details are a bit hazy. Spies like to keep things quiet, you know? But his value was clear. He had access. Incredible access. Think about it. Who needs new clothes? Soldiers, especially officers. They came to Mulligan's shop for smart new uniforms, for well-fitting coats. And while Mulligan measured their shoulders, their chests, their inseams, they talked. They boasted. They complained. They discussed troop movements. They mentioned upcoming plans. They talked about supplies. And Mulligan? He listened. He remembered. Every single word. He wasn't alone in this. He had a trusted assistant. His enslaved man, Cato. Cato was brave, incredibly brave. He played a vital role. Cato would carry the messages, the secret information through the city's streets, past British checkpoints. After the war, Cato disappears from most records as an enslaved person, which strongly suggests he was freed, most likely manumitted, freed by Mulligan as a reward for his service.
Alexander Hamilton. Now that's a name you know, right? Young, scrappy, and hungry. An immigrant, just like Mulligan. He came to New York, full of ambition, full of genius. They met, before the war really kicked off. And they clicked, they became friends. Good friends. The kind of friends who have your back, no matter what. This friendship would shape history. Mulligan played a big part in Hamilton's early days. When Hamilton first arrived in New York, he didn't have much, no family connections, not a lot of money. Mulligan helped him out. He took him in, gave him a place to live for a while. He saw the brilliance in young Hamilton. He believed in him. That's what true friends do. They see the potential. They offer a helping hand. Then came the war. Hamilton, with his sharp mind, joined Washington's staff.
Hercules Mulligan wasn't just passing along minor gossip. No, sir. He delivered game-changing intelligence time and time again. His information was pure gold. It altered plans, it saved lives, it made a real, tangible difference in the fight for independence. This tailor, with his sharp ears and brave heart, was a critical asset, a true lifesaver for the Continental Army. He was more than a tailor, he was a shield. One of his most famous contributions, absolutely legendary. Mulligan uncovered a plot, a dastardly plan, to capture General George Washington himself. Can you imagine that? The leader of the entire Continental Army. The British had it all worked out, an ambush. They were close, so close. If they caught Washington, the war might have been over. For the Americans, it was a terrifying prospect. How did Mulligan find out? The story goes like this. A British officer, a customer. He came to Mulligan's shop late one night. In conversation, the officer let slip that they were going to try to capture General George Washington during his travels. Mulligan recognized the urgency and danger of this information. As soon as the officer left, Mulligan sent his enslaved servant and fellow spy, Cato, to warn Washington. Cato rode through the night to deliver the warning. Thanks to this advance notice, Washington altered his travel plans and avoided the ambush. This single act of intelligence may have saved Washington's life and had a significant impact on the survival of the Continental Army's leadership during a precarious phase of the war.
The war ended. The cannons fell silent. America was free. The struggle for independence had come to a victorious close. A new nation was born. The air was filled with the promise of a fresh start, and Hercules Mulligan, he survived. He emerged from the shadows of war, a crucial player in the fight for freedom. He made it through years of dangerous secret work, filled with coded messages and covert operations. He faced down suspicion, navigating the treacherous waters of espionage. He walked a tightrope in enemy territory, a silent guardian who risked his life for independence. His heroism was quiet, significant, and known only to a few. His bravery was a well-kept secret shared among a trusted circle. His work was in the shadows, the kind that, if exposed, could have cost him his life. Not many knew the full extent of his bravery. His contributions were often overlooked, but General George Washington knew. He was aware of the invaluable intelligence Mulligan had provided. Washington's gratitude was profound and enduring. After the British evacuated New York City in 1783, the city was once again in American hands. One of the first things Washington did was visit Hercules Mulligan's shop. He had breakfast with the Tailor spy, a simple meal with deep significance, publicly for all to see. It was a clear message about Mulligan's importance, a powerful gesture, a public acknowledgement of Mulligan's sacrifices, a mark of profound respect for a man who had given so much for his country, for the man who risked everything, his life, his safety, his future. With the war over, Mulligan returned to his trade. The rhythm of needle and thread was a welcome return to normalcy. He was still a tailor, but now a very respected one. He rebuilt his business. His shop became a symbol of resilience and patriotism. There were moments when he was nearly captured, times when the enemy was just a step behind him. He had close calls that could have ended in disaster, narrow escapes that tested his nerves. Disguises and quick thinking were his tools, each tense moment a reminder of the stakes he faced. Blending into crowds, evading detection, he lived on the edge. His daring adventures were legendary, but through it all, he had the support of his family. His wife, Elizabeth, and their children, John and William, were his anchors. Elizabeth was his steadfast partner, providing strength and stability during the most turbulent times. John and William, his sons, were his pride and joy, reminders of what he was fighting for. Their significance in his life was immense, grounding him and giving him a reason to persevere. The Mulligan family stood as a testament to the personal sacrifices made for the greater good of the nation.
The story of Hercules Mulligan. It's not just an old tale from the history books, it's important now. Today, it teaches us so much about what real courage looks like, about dedication, about using the skills you have, whatever they may be, for something bigger than yourself. You don't need to be a general to change the world. A tailor can do it, an immigrant can do it, anyone can. He was an immigrant, someone who came to America seeking a new life, and he fell in love with his new home. So much so, he risked his life for its freedom. His story is a classic American story. A story of hope, a story of resilience, a story of taking a stand. It resonates with people from all walks of life, from every background. It reminds us what this country can be at its best. Today, his name is being spoken again, louder than before, thanks to historians who comb through old records. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep our heroes alive. Check the description for some cool products. Some of the proceeds will go to help continue making videos like this.